That's going. That one's already going.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome to our podcast.
Ew.
And welcome to our podcast.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
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 I feel like Dookie Bunch monkeys.
What?
Yeah. I don't know.
What's that about?
I'm not sure.
Why?
Why?
I maybe made it worse. My hair's being made worse by the minute. This is how my hair looks today. Eat it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to our show.
Zoja doesn't feel good, and I was made to be pissed off this weekend. So between those two things, I think we're going to have a great time.
Why were you made to be pissed off?
I played in a recreational basketball game.
Yes.
And I was scolded by a man. And when you're a man, just kind of running around trying not to be fat, and you're scolded by another man, it doesn't go over real well if you have common sense.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a fun type thing.
If you're going to scold me and play basketball, be amazing at basketball.
Yeah.
Do you know how... Imagine whatever your job is, whatever it is.
Yes.
Imagine somebody scolding you for making a mistake and then doing bad.
Yeah. In turn, after a scolding,
Yeah.
after giving a tongue lashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Imagine, because if you're going to listen to someone, there has to be a reason to listen to them.
Right. They better fucking be better than you.
And the reason can't be because that person is talking.
Right.
That's nothing.
Just to hear the sound of their own voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that that's part of it. And then I think another part of it, and maybe the part that I take too personally, but I feel it too intensely for it to not be there. And I would love for somebody to tell me that it's not there. But the part that pisses me off about being scolded by anyone is that they feel like they can do that to me. I gave off something at some point that makes essentially a stranger or an acquaintance feel like they could talk to me that way. That makes me think that I did a great injustice to myself, because you can't
Nope.
talk to me like that.
Don't.
You can talk to me,
Sure.
but there's nothing about my personality, unless you're completely unaware of like reading people or whatever, which is also probably the case. But there's nothing about me that tells me that you can scold me.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Because then it's gonna so quickly become something that's unpleasant for everyone else in the building.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna take it, and I'm not gonna keep my mouth shut, it's gonna get annoying fast.
Yeah. My favorite, though, is when you're mean to people, because it's not very often that it happens.
Yeah, I'm like mean playful.
Uh-huh.
And then when I'm mean, like if I don't like you and I'm mean, it's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
But it is my favorite.
Because when I'm mean playful, I still care about the relationship that we have afterwards.
Right.
So I'll tip ye toe.
Yeah.
New sound. I'll be mean playful and then care about our relationship to each other afterwards.
Yes.
If I don't like you and I'm being mean and I don't care about the bridge that I'm about to burn, it's going to be annoying.
Yeah.
Because I want it to be.
Yeah.
And that's not, I'm smiling and it does feel good and it is funny when it happens.
Yes.
But it's not enjoyable, and I ain't trying to ruin nobody's Sunday.
Yeah, but I don't understand why people feel the need to ruin your Sunday.
Hey, Zoe.
Hey.
Same. Anyway, welcome to the fucking show.
Welcome.
Where we talk about interpersonal relationships all the time. There was something else that I wanted to talk about. Oh, rich person mentality. And I don't like to make these blanket statements. The older I get, the more I feel like blanket statements are inherently flawed, and they say, even though sometimes they're funny and you do it for comedic effect, they really say more about the person talking and what they want and what they can't communicate than whoever you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
even if you make some good points. But I will say, fuck rich people mentality.
Yes.
I got asked to do a private birthday party in Malibu.
Fancy.
And the person lived in a resort. The person had a game room and a claw machine. What do you fill a claw machine up with if it's in your house? Stuff you don't want? And this person had a fucking infinity pool and one of those tables that make fire. And that was just the outside of the house. Mm-hmm. And then they had all this other rich person shit. Mm-hmm. And they go, imagine working at a place and then you come home and that's your house.
Yes.
Have some humility. But the person earned it, and that is great.
Great.
They were having birthday dinner. And the dinner went long because the chef had to center himself or whatever the fuck. And then after birthday dinner, they had a fire show. Wow. And then the comedians were supposed to dance like low court jesters after the fire show. And then they were going to pick one of us to kill randomly for
I'm so glad
sport.
you left. I'm sorry, did I get ahead of the story?
No, not at all. That is what happened. Mm-hmm. I left because I had another show I had to be out by a certain time. Mm-hmm. They didn't start until well after an hour after we were supposed to start. So I'm like, sorry, I gotta bounce.
Yeah.
I tell the liaison between me and the rich people, I gotta bounce. There's 3 of us. Mm-hmm. The other 2 stayed and performed.
Yes.
So the birthday was happy. The liaison was like, they'll double what they're paying you if you stay.
Yes.
And I get it. And not that I wouldn't. First of all, I don't know what I'm getting paid. No one told me.
Right.
So double
Of
question
what?
marks are double the question marks.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. So I was like, give me a number. And they gave me a number. And I'm like, the show that I'm going to afterwards wanted me to headline and do a half an hour. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to call that show and be like, I'm not showing up. I'm supposed to be on in 30 minutes, but I'm not going to show up because these rich people had to look at fire and...
Because they've never seen it
wait
before.
for the chef to fucking whatever the fuck, get a shiatsu massage upstairs, or wait for the Coke to cool off, or whatever these fucking people are doing. And there's no amount of money that's going to make me fuck over another group of people,
Right.
without great reason. And $300 ain't it.
Yeah.
So I left, and apparently it was a good night way afterwards. But you know me in dealing with people who are already in a different...
Yeah.
If you're in a much different state of mind than me, whether
Yeah.
you're high as fuck or drunk as fuck, it ain't gonna go well.
No, it's not.
Be similar.
Yes. Do better.
You can... If I'm on level 1 and you're on level 6, we're not gonna have a good conversation. If I'm on level 4 and you're on level 6, better.
Yeah.
I'll tolerate you.
Yes.
If we're both on level 6, I'll stay at
Best.
your house for 4 days.
Yes.
But I'm not dealing with coked up rich people birthday shit. and there's almost... If they were like, we'll give you $10,000,
Then
I would have been like, sorry,
Yeah.
other guys.
Yeah.
You get it. You do the same thing.
Yes.
But if they're like, give the poor person
$55.
another $150. Eat my whole shit. So this is a show about relationships.
Yes.
And we talk about relationships, and you guys ask us questions, normally through prompts on the Welcome to Our Podcast Instagram story. And you guys always do great work.
Yes.
And we're getting a couple new eyes to the podcast every week because of how great the clips have been. Vin.
Thanks, Kevin.
I want to say thank you to Kevin for doing clips. I want to say thank you to Lex for doing our Instagram. And
Thank you to Josh.
thank you to Josh for doing the
Twitter.
Twitter.
And
And thank you to you for being here. And thank you
And
to
thank
all of you listening.
for being in a different kind of mood.
I'm just
today.
in this mood.
I like it.
I'm not in a bad mood.
No, you're not.
I'm just in whatever
Yes.
mood this is.
Well, I was in a mood this morning.
Yeah.
And I woke up in the middle of the night to my period. And
We don't talk about that kind of stuff on the
yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah, we
Because
do.
it's gross.
Yeah. Well, imagine waking up in it.
No.
Yeah. So
Well, we woke up in the same bed.
yes.
So I'm there swimming in it.
No, you weren't.
No,
Don't go for the yucks.
I'll never feel what you feel, baby girl.
Yeah, no, you'll never. And I didn't want to do anything today.
Yeah.
And I know that I was being a bit of how do we like to say this? Annoying. And
Hey, off the record.
Huh. Murder.
But you don't feel good.
Yeah.
And you weren't being rich person annoying. You're just being regular.
Poor person annoying.
Poor person annoying. And that's allowed. That's the one that's allowed.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I made you just come and snuggle with me and be off your phone and love onto me.
Yeah.
And it was nice.
And not doing anything in the morning gives me anxiety.
Bad.
And I don't like it.
No, you don't.
I need to at least do my morning routine. And then especially Monday, Tuesday, I got to get going. So it feels like I'm doing stuff.
Yes.
Because when it feels like I'm not doing stuff, it feels like I'm not making money.
Yes.
And then it feels like life is going nowhere.
Yes.
And I need life to go somewhere. Always.
I do too, but I sure as hell enjoy being in bed in the mornings.
Yeah, but when you're popping blood, it's like you need to relax. Here's the caveat to not doing nothing.
Okay.
If you're in the mindset like I'm not doing nothing, it's my time to relax, then it's okay to do nothing. If that is like unprompted, then it feels like quicksand.
Yes.
For me personally. I'm not saying that being next to you and snuggling you feels like quicksand, unless you're doing that thing with the blankets where you're laying on it and I feel like I'm trapped.
Yes.
Or your body's too hot and your leg is on me. Other than that, it's fine. And it's a pleasure to be next to you. And it's a pleasure to be in front of you during this show. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Just thank you for being nice to me this morning, even though I was being wretched.
I love you very much.
I love you
You would
too.
do anything for me regardless of the mood that I was in.
True.
And I tolerate you for being annoying, and that is the least that I could do. And if you wanted me to stay in a place and ditch other plans for $300, I'd think about it. Zoe, we got a question
Okay.
from this person who
Okay.
will remain anonymous. Let's call them Jeff Stanson,
Okay.
because that's his name.
Okay.
Suck it, Jeff. Eat a dick. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeff Stanson, though. That's a good fucking name.
That's a good made-up name.
Yeah.
Jeff Stanson sounds like a guy who would give you golf lessons at the driving range.
Uh-huh.
So does Jimmy McDonald. So what kind of relationship is this?
Ours?
No, Zoe.
Oh.
I'm reading the...
Okay, I'm so
that
sorry.
was like the title
I
of
thought
the
that
question.
okay.
Man, you got to hold your horses. Okay? Why don't you put a tampon where your horses are coming out? And hold them where they're at. Man, I'm a good comedian. This person was introduced to me a year and a half ago. We've become good friends, and now we're fooling around. I'd like to interject here and say that is your best friend.
Okay.
That's your best friend. Question it could be over, but
Okay.
we have a lot of time to
All
kill,
right.
so we'll do the
Okay,
rest.
Let's do it.
We're going to be exclusive with each other, but we're not expecting the relationship to go long term, as we'll likely be parting ways for work in the near future. And this is where you become in your 20s. I feel like boyfriend and girlfriend there was too much spit in my mouth. Sounds too serious or too churlish. What do you call this person? Zoe?
Your fuck person.
Your fuck person. Mom,
No?
Dad, this is Jeff Stanson, my fuck person.
Yeah, well,
And you know Jeff got time.
but okay. This is definitely your boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't know who wrote this. I don't know if you're male or female, if you like men.
Jeff sounds like a guy.
It's not.
I'm sorry.
We don't know who actually wrote this.
Yeah.
But that's your girlfriend or your boyfriend, whoever wrote this. I don't know if you're a male, female, or what your preference
the
is.
cute part of it, we're complicating it.
Yes.
The cute part of it is that you decided that you want to be exclusive.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yes.
My whole thing is, why, who's the name for? If you both would write me the same question, us the same question, what's the name for? What's the label for? If
Yeah,
you
why
both
can't-
know what it is.
Yeah. Why can't you guys just be together and you guys are together?
The cute I'm in my 20s part of it is when people start trying to like predict the future because things are going pretty well.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not going to be together. We're not going to be together for a long time in the future because of something that isn't even sure of right
Yet.
now in the
Yeah.
past. That's every relationship.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Ever, never,
Because if you're
ever.
trying to leverage a job, right, as an adult in your 20s, right, and you're just starting out your career, if you're trying to leverage a job somewhere else, right, A, because you want to move, or B, because you think it's a better opportunity, you're also going to give your current job a chance to keep you, no?
I mean, case by case basis.
Sure.
Maybe you don't want to be at the place you're currently in. Maybe you straight up don't have a job right now.
True.
I'm guessing these people are both like trying to get jobs in different areas of the country, and they don't want to do the whole, we're going to have to say goodbye and it's going to be emotional.
It's gonna be emotional
young people
anyway.
always be trying to avoid pain.
Yeah.
And guess what, motherfuckers? You're taking part in life right now.
Yeah.
And you know what life does? Gives you pain.
Pain. It gives you some pain.
Life gives you pain.
Pain life.
And life is pain, but the thing that makes it good are the good parts.
Right.
So don't you don't have to complicate your good parts
No.
with the pain that might happen later on. And if it happens and there's pain and there's like a painful goodbye or whatever, it'll make you realize, it'll help your life go smoother in the future. So just fucking be what it is, which it sounds like you're going to do that anyways.
Yeah.
And don't worry about attaching a name onto it. Sounds like this person's mom is like, what is Jeff Stanson? Well, what is he?
Stam.
You guys hang out a lot, huh?
You and Stamslin are,
And your mom doesn't know you're getting railed. And that's okay because that's not her business.
okay.
But I just want to, just next time you're like, man, I don't know what to call this, try to figure out who the name is for.
Right.
If it's for you, then why? Because it sounds like you got your parameters laid out. And it sounds like you're both on board with the same thing. You know?
Yeah.
Names, labels make it easier to explain your shit to other people.
Yeah.
If you are in it and you know what it is, you know.
Or you can just call them your friend.
Yeah, you can. You can.
But 100% you guys are an item, a couple.
Yeah, you're on a spectrum
Yeah,
of
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
The cute part is the exclusive part.
Yeah.
You're like, we don't want to bang other people, but we know we're going to break up at some point. Welcome to 99% of the
Yeah.
relationships.
Watch
you'll
them
have.
end up getting married.
Watch.
Watch.
Invite us to the wedding so we could tear it up.
Yeah.
I'll tear it up on camera.
Tear them up.
And then I'll send you an RSVP back. And it said, expect 2 for told you so. Man, write us that question again when we're in different moods to get a more comforting answer.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
First of all, have fun.
Yeah, you're in your 20s.
Sounds like you're having fun.
Yeah.
Continue to have fun until you break up because you work on different parts of the country.
Yeah. Keep funning it up.
Keep funning each other. Fun from behind if you want. Question number 2. What do you do when you feel like a very old relation? And I'll start over. Question number 2. I'm dyslexic.
Uh-huh.
What do you do when you feel like a very old friendship is falling apart?
Oh. When I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. Okay. You're allowed to grow out of friendships. Mm-hmm. And that is part of life. Mm-hmm. Some friendships don't serve you the way they once did. Mm-hmm. And we're all allowed to move on.
We're all allowed.
Allowed. I mean, it doesn't have to be a huge, like, blowout argument, whatever.
Drama. Theatrics.
Yeah, we don't need all that.
Nori.
No. What we do need is some type of boundaries with people. Mm-hmm. And if your boundary is you don't want to hang out with that friendship anymore, don't.
Yeah. Tell them to go fuck themselves.
I mean, no, it doesn't need to go there.
No, you have to tell them.
No, you don't.
You have to walk up to their door, knock on their door, even if they live
Come
in
and
a
knock
different
on my door.
Tell me to go.
I've been waiting for you.
I wrote down some things. I wrote that this is natural, just like you said.
Yes.
Very old friend implies that you were both different when you became friends.
Yes.
Be different.
Okay.
You have to see if you connect again.
Yes.
Sometimes. You've been friends with someone for 20 years. Mm-hmm. You have to see that you connect, the people that you are connect. Mm-hmm. Now.
Huh?
You have to see if the people you are now connect.
Yes.
I talk like somebody's rewinding a VHS.
I like it.
And you have to make sure that that person isn't trying to be friends with like 19-year-old you still.
Yeah.
Because chances are you ain't 19-year-old you anymore.
Yeah.
Just because you have roots is a good start. Mm-hmm. That's all roots is. Mm-hmm. You still got to build on top of roots. You could have a shitty house on a good foundation. Mm-hmm. All of the plants in our house have roots.
Yes.
All the dead plants in our house have roots.
They're dead though.
You still got to water that shit to make them blossom and good.
No, that one is.
No, that's actually very good.
Yes.
All of the dead plants in our house have roots.
Yes, but
you got a foundation. You still need to make sure that you're both like contributing and taking care of it to make it like a working friendship. And if it's not working for you anymore, fucking zounce out. Mm-hmm. Adults have their energy and their time split in a million different ways. Mm-hmm. You grow up, you have more responsibilities, and a lot of the times trying to console a person who's still trying to be friends with 19-year-old you isn't a good use of time. Mm-hmm. Because you're not that person anymore.
Right.
So either that person wants to be friends with you now and it's serving you both, or you're chasing after, you're watering a dead plant.
Yes. It's funny because I have a friend, Colin, and I've been friends with Colin and Mary and Christina for 26 years. Something like that.
Yeah.
And Colin always says that being friends with me is like still being friends with the same person, only a more mature person. I wasn't very mature when I was younger.
Why? How are you different?
It's just wild, you know?
Because you had a bob haircut. Yeah. You smoke cigarettes inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, there are certain there are certain friends that will always kind of be the same, just more mature. And then there are some friends that they change completely. And if you're not down to be with that type of friend, you don't have to.
Dude, think about if you're in your 20s and you did a lot of work on yourself because of whatever had happened to like gain more confidence, but a person is still holding on to the idea of being friends with you when you were a less confident person. You're not going to match up the same when you're 29 or 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or 40.
Nama's saying.
I do know what you're saying. I get it. I get it.
There's one more question that's along the same lines.
Okay.
So maybe we could tie it up with this one.
Okay. Wait, before you do that, can I talk about something?
Yeah.
You might be wondering how you got here has a new podcast that they want to talk about.
Okay.
Oh, I like it.
Is this appropriate for what you're saying?
Sure. This week they like to promote their newest comedy project, the podcast.
That's 3. You say it 3 times the podcast show.
Every week, podcasters O'Neill, Olivia, and Tyler will pitch each other innovative, lucrative, and absolutely bonkers podcast ideas. And then they set out to create them. They're the masterminds behind such podcasts as Count Chocula the Podcast, a dive into serial mascot world hosted by Count Chocula, and DJ Frankenstein Berry with special guest the Quaker Oats Man.
It's just Frankenberry. There's no Frankenstein Berry. It's just Frankenberry.
Did I say Frankenstein Berry?
Yeah.
I meant Frankenberry. I like to add words here and there because I'm creative.
It's not allowed. It's a copywritten.
Mondays, we release full episodes. And Fridays are Friday feed drops, featuring solo episodes of the winning podcast pitch for those who don't care to see how the sausage gets made. It's a workshop, sketch, and variety show. You can listen every week wherever you get your podcasts or on our website.biz.
Wait, what is the website called?
Website.biz.
Okay.
And feel free to reach out at email.
Don't tell me it's email dot website. No, it's not.
Yes.
email
At
website dot biz.
We're on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Triple PCast.
Fine.
Kind of like it.
Fine.
And I'll have the link in the description below.
Our final question today is also about fucking friendships.
Friendship.
Not fucking friendships like in the first question. It's just about friendships. Which friendships to keep up or let go in a world that expects constant updates / social media? And because of the way this is worded, by the end of it, I felt like I didn't understand the entire question.
Okay.
But the part that I do think I understand, which friendships to keep up or let go in a world that expects constant updates. You're asking us this question. Who is expecting what?
Yes.
This is one of those like say what it is type situations.
Right.
Who in your life, is it somebody else or you?
Yeah.
Is expecting what?
Are you expecting your friendships to post about you? Are you mad that somebody didn't post about your birthday? Are you...
Is somebody calling you and being like, I don't even know what's going on with you anymore?
You didn't post about my birthday?
Did you not post about Zoya's birthday? It's still going. So this is where anytime you say something and you don't say exactly what it is, there's a lot of room for confusion.
Yes.
And when there's room for confusion, I don't know how to help.
I'm out.
If somebody is like, if I hear a crash in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what happened?
I dropped
And
a
you're
glass.
like, something happened over here. And you're pointing to like a corner. Something happened over here and it's affecting the entire kitchen. And I don't know what to do.
Yes. Go grab my
Why don't you
my
tell me
slippers
what happened?
so I don't cut my feet.
So yeah, I said, who's expecting what? And what can you give them while taking care of yourself and making yourself happy? So I kind of took it as like somebody's expecting more than they're able to give. And maybe you're not, goes back to what we were saying before. It's like maybe you're not able to give as much because your time is split and you're working on your own life. So you can't update somebody else all the time.
Right.
Are you still friends with who these people are now?
Yeah.
Like we were saying before. Are they still trying to be friends with 23-year-old version of you?
Yes.
When you've done a lot of work to not be that person anymore.
Yeah, because they're at some point you're gonna grow out of relationships, and that's okay.
Also, like, you do have less friends as you get older, but it's not a depressing thing.
No.
You just realize that you wanted a lot of people around, and you accepted more people that maybe don't jive with who you are or who you're going to become.
Yeah.
And pairing it off as you get older, especially if like they're expecting something from you. Like my best friends, like I don't owe them nothing. And they don't owe me nothing.
Right.
And when we update each other's because we really want to.
Right.
It's not an obligation. My friends aren't a chore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're feeling like your friends aren't a chore, snip.
Yeah. Yeah. It gets to be too much.
Dude, it's such like a fucking, such a heartfelt, like, it starts as such a nice, hey, we're all in this crazy life together, you know? And then it ends with the most heartless fucking snip.
Bye, bitch.
But for real, man, your friends aren't a chore. So if your friends are feeling like a second or third job,
get rid of it. Yeah, it's okay. And
Get
it's
rid of
okay.
it.
I promise you it's going to be okay.
at least like, for me, I feel like in most cases, unless you just realize that the person is more of an acquaintance than you thought they were, and some people gain status in friendship because of proximity. Some people are not very good friends, but you see them every night. So you think they're your best friends, but they're not. They're just around all the time.
Yes.
And, if your friend, why do people feel the need to talk to us the most when we're doing this?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I feel like I'm buzzing at a constant rate. Anyway, your friends aren't a chore. I would say it to them. And I'd be like, hey man, this is how I feel with this right now. And then you see if anything changes.
Right.
And then if it becomes worse because of that conversation, or if it remains a chore, anything but that person or people ease up on you a little bit.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know, pare down. It's cool to pare down.
Yeah, it is. It's okay. It's all going to be fine.
Yeah.
I
You'll
promise.
be okay.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing shit to take care of yourself.
That's it.
Take care of yourself. Fucking reward the people and relationships that are around you that make you feel good and nice. And because relationships shouldn't be a burden. They shouldn't be people who are putting a burden on you. You shouldn't feel like you're letting everybody down.
Right.
It's when you're doing your best.
Yeah.
Be honest with yourself and be honest with everybody else.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. You guys, as you know, you can send questions in about romantic relationships, friendships,
Your relationship to condiments.
your relationship to your family,
But don't send a thing about condiments in trying to be funny. If you have a specific, serious relationship to condiments that you want are, you know, because
you and
I
your
feel
mayo
like
are getting into a real.
yeah. If you're trying to send questions in to be funny, the answers, it's either going to get ignored or the answer's not going to be good and worth it for everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like these conversations are nice because they might actually, someone might apply some of the advice afterwards and make their life better.
Yes.
Don't be like, I don't like when your peanut butter touches your jelly.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
You're not the first person who doesn't like your food touching.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, as you know, patreon.com is a virtual tipping and rewards website, and our $10 group gets a shout out. And anything you want to know about Mike's shows or whatever, he always posts about it on Instagram. His stories always are telling you where he's going to be.
My stories always tell a story. And that's an important way I try to use social media to try to tell stories through the stories.
Great. So our $10 group goes as follows. Cole Sellers.
Cole Celery.
Joseph Capricusio.
Joseph Capricus.
Shannon Haynes. DLD. Patrick Simpson. Ernesto. Raja. Eliseus. Joe Tarzan. Lewis and Odette, Lauren Chauncey, Paul Gilliam, Steve Diergo, Chris McCarthy, Trevor the Werefishy, Joe Penn, Happy Birthday Starlight, JJ McToots, Rachel Last Name, Mike Genie, Ellen Garcia, Connie Tryon, Isabella Sparkles, Antero Baez, Frankie Matos Music. In our short years, we come a long way. Chris Fernandez, Johnny Rizito Handcrafted Neckwear, CC, PB&J, Admam, Zoya, you're doing great.
Was that you saying it or was that somebody's name?
No, that Emily Paget, you're doing great. Caleb Perkins, Giant Tom Hanks, Lizzie Love, Gavin Welsh, someone tell Aaron, Jackie Hammond, Paige Junesen, guy with long hair, Chris got married, congratulations. Happy birthday month, Mike, Anna Valles, Benjamin Putz, Seth Shush, Snuggle Pig H, Ryan Ashbrook, Christina Camille, Josh Jinston. Jinston.
Like
Michael.
George Jenston from space? You know what I mean?
Jet Stinson. Michael Johnson, Kayla Johnston.
Michael Jinston.
Grant.
Sorry, dude.
Grant Levasseur, Chad Clark, Joe Finney, Heather Ashley, What is Cat, Katie Taylor, Shane Welsh, Evan Canoe, Joe Band, Milky Beans, Jess Enright, Lillian Carrillo, Magnus Silva, Barrington Lloyd Lovett, Ben married for 1 year, Fuchs, Theodore's Karen Bellis, Janisha Tutton, Danny Sinclair, Jacob D. Bradford, Justine Beebestein, Just Josh, Sergeant Sparty, Ed Birch, Helen Ford, Luminous, Superfloss, Tatiana Clay, Danielle D. Verona, Sean Stone, Valerie York, Dev, Jesse Stillwell, Katie Lee G, Rob Devereaux, Don Go Chasing Waterfalls, Nestor De Leon III, Luis Hernandez, Alexander Legowski, Monique Quistorf, Jamie Garner, Troy R., Cody Osalas, Felicia Shimbari, and Matthew J. Palka. You guys, thank you so much for listening. We love you, and we hope you like this episode, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
We love you.
Bye.